All right, people, welcome back to That Data Nerd. Today's question that we'll be going through is a StrataScratch question. It is about the recommendation system, and it is a question that has been asked by Meta quite frequently. Let's go through the question. So, recommendation system says that you are given a list of Facebook friends and the list of Facebook pages that users follow. Your task is to create a new recommendation system for Facebook. For each Facebook user, find pages that this user doesn't follow, but at least one of their friends does. Output the user ID and the ID of the page should be recommended to this user. Now we have been given two tables here: users friends and users pages. Um, and an expected output is user ID, page ID. One has all of these pages, three has all of these pages. But I think what StrataScratch does is that it only shows the first five rows, and so these are not the only rows that will be coming. Users friends has two columns in it: user ID and friend ID, and users pages has user ID and page ID. Users pages has two columns again. Let's just preview the data quickly. One has these many friends. Then there are a lot of user ID present against whom friends are given. Then there is users pages, user ID and page ID. So now what we need to do is issue is what do we need to find out? All of the pages that the friends friends of a user follow, but not the user themselves. We have been given two tables: users friends and users pages, and the pseudo code will be, or the steps will be one. We identify a base uh, a base CD which contains all of the pages, users and their pages from users pages table. Two, we will identify all of the friends pages. Identify all of the users pages. Remove users pages from friends pages to get the final answer. Got it. So this is what it looks like. Issue or the question is that we have all of the pages that the friends of a user follow, but not the users themselves. That is what is asked. We have been given two tables: users friends, users sorry, users friends and users pages. We have to first identify a base CTE which will contain all of the users and their pages from users pages table. We'll then identify all of the friends pages. We'll then identify all of the users pages. Then we'll remove users pages from friends pages to get the final answer. Great. Let's start writing the query. So we'll write it as select CTE with CTE as select CTE from the users pages. We will select user ID and the page ID. Let's just keep it alone. We don't really need it right now. Okay, then as was telling you yesterday as well, let's just write the outer shell. Select from and on. From will be users friends. Let's give it an alias of UF. Join users pages UP on. uf dot user user sorry, the friend id is equal to up dot the user id. Great. But there is one more condition, right? One more condition is the user friend table is user id and the page id. Users pages should not be in the answer, right? So select star from the cd. Now I will just write user id and up dot page id. Let's just run this. Let's try to submit it. But the solution is incorrect. Why that happened is because if you see 128 one page, user number 1 has a page id of 28, but the user id of 1 has the page id of 28 repeating again, and 23 also gets repeated again. Now this is a problem. So therefore we will add a distinct here. If I add a distinct, now the 128 and the again the 128 will get dropped. So the first five records are exactly similar to the output that was provided, expected output: 128, 124, 124, 123, 123, 321, 321, and 328. So let's just check it, and our solution has been accepted. Great. So this is how we will solve this question. What we did here is that we first wrote a base CTE. Let's just call it a base CTE. Select star from base CTE with base CTE as user ID and the page ID from users pages. What I did was I just selected all of the users pages. Where is the users table? Yeah, this one. Users pages, user ID and the page ID. I just selected it and kept it alone. I just created a base CTE. Then I went from users friends to users pages table. I selected the friend ID and found it in the users pages table in the as the user ID. Now, if the friend ID is the user ID, then it will select all of the friends pages. So this is the friends pages. But what I said was user ID and the page ID combination should not be in this page ID. So I removed all of the friend ID and the user ID from this table. If I would have done this, then it was given me 128 and 128 again. So I needed to add a distinct over here. So I added a distinct, ran it, and solved it. Great. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, do drop a like and a comment, as it inspires me to create more videos. I will be solving more meta tagged questions and other companies tagged questions in the subsequent future. So stay tuned for that. Thank you.